team's dreams come to die. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Tigers kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. From inside the 15, here's the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really...
All kinds of room to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Makes a move. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Clemson. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. He's got it on the run. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he tacks on the extra point. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Tackled and brought down at the 23. field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way...
Makes the catch, and he's free. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Hawkins. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Looks as if we have an injured Cowboy on the play. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks free and he might be gone. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really...
Touchdown, Cowboys! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will give them the lead. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
From inside his own 50, and he loses the football. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
The run inside. It's Hawkins. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back.
There's some room. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Scanning the field, it's Reynolds. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
On the move, he fires. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll leave it with the lone back.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Tiger. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look at like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
And the point after is good. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top. That was an entertaining first quarter. Fireworks all over the place, as will be indicated in our first quarter stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Right, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Motion from the wideout. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Got a man, it's Green. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. The Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And wings it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Just keeps slinging it. Dumps it to the back. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the 1st down. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got it! He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
He'll set up to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. they'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. He's in open space downfield.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Give to the running back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Could be an alley. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Looking to pass, it's Reynolds. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Third and long, they're throwing the out route, trying to get it on the boundary, but a great job by the defense, anticipating it and then knocking it away.
Oh, this is a bad shank. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Off the play fake on first down. Looking left. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Cowboys in the hurry up. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and
what a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
that's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Coming out with it, it's Barnes. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Scarlet Knights, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be 3rd and long. Sends him back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Moves around to clear up the vision. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off play action. It's complete to the right. Still running at the 40. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the move from inside his own 20. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with a sack.
Tackled there by the defense.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Throws for the tight end. And it's his 4th interception of the night. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. But got room on the return. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Maybe a creep. Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line, and that's why you spend plenty of time on kickoff return. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Cowboys line it up with a 1st and goal. Leaves it with the running back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Unleashes to the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Quick strike through the air for the score. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Reynolds. He makes the grab. There he goes. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what...
He lofts one down the sideline. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Running inside, it's Johnson. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're going to leave it in the hands of their offense on fourth down from their own territory, holding the lead. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Here's a heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Clemson is quick to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Clemson will send the punt team out. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. Caught by Coleman. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Still on his feet at the 45. Into the secondary on the right. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. Fourth down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting...
Oh, no, the ball popped out. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And he got it! And guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Gonna take a shot. He's got it! The 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. What a mess. A delay of game on the 2-point conversion attempt. That just can't happen. They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. A little release to the back. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. They'll snap it from the 25 here on second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Puts it out of the air. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete to the left. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9 first and goal. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. The screen, he can go. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Back to throw, it's Reynolds. On target. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Stepping to the right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This time he wants to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Complete to the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Man, nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Throws to the back. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Looking to the big tight end. Trying to barrel in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. No He stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Third and goal as they try to punch it in from the doorstep here in overtime. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
They're going for the touchdown here on 4th and goal in overtime. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! They jump on top here in OT.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
From the gun. They went for the 2 and got it, and now an 8-point lead in overtime. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Got it in, now they'll have to do it again with the 2-point conversion to tie.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. How about that? The first gutsy call is answered with this clutch 2-pointer, and we go to double overtime. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the 2nd OT. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They were able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
3rd and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Looking to throw again. Wideout trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. Looks as if we have an injured Cowboy on the play. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. A gut check on the doorstep. 3rd and goal here in overtime. Touchdown, Cowboys! They get a score to take the lead here in the 2nd overtime.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking for a man. It's Reynolds. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clemson is quick to the line. The run inside. It's Johnson. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. On the run, it's Davidson. Bust through behind his pad. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Moving out to the right. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
3rd and goal, and they have to get it in the end zone here. Touchdown, Clemson! They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
To the air, it's Reynolds. They're stopped on the 2-point try, and we are still tied. They broke serve, now a chance to win it with a 2-point conversion. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Now this 2-point conversion attempt for the win. He wants to throw it. The screen, and watch out. That's it. That's the ball game. The 2-point try is a winner in OT. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip